to the Magical Mystery School, and thank you so much for coming back. And we're getting ready to do Symbols of the Tarot, class number 4. All right, and what we're going to do today is go over the cards, and I should also say, for entertainment only, we're going to look at the cards and we're going to relate them to the astrology signs and planets / luminaries. Because I have found this so helpful in my own life with navigating astrology and tarot. So right off the bat, there's 12 signs in the zodiac, and there's 10 planets / luminaries. So that's 22, and we have 22 major arcanas. How clever of those people back in the dawn of time figuring that out, especially when they didn't even know that there was going to be Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to put you on pause and bring the camera down so we can look at the cards together. Okay, so this is what we call the tarot tableau, and it's got the Fool above, and then remember there's 22 major arcana, so here's 21 cards, 3 times 7, all in a row. And I just was showing you this. This is my tarot tableau that I made to put up on a board so I could contemplate it. But we're going to go into more detail about this at a later time, because these rows and columns have significance. But I just wanted to show you that because here's the cards themselves, and I couldn't get the Fool to fit on there for you to see, so I wanted you to see what it looks like. It's up here above in the center of the tarot tableau up above, because it doesn't really count, kind of, in a sense, because it's a 0 as opposed to having a number. Well, it counts, but anyway. So here are the 22 major arcana, and feel free to, if you want to lay these out for yourself, this is a great way to look at the cards to decide, that do you like them, do you not like them, which ones do you react to, and things like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out the 10 cards that belong to the 10 luminaries. So, and then we'll be left with the 12 for the signs. So, I'm going to pull it. So I'm going to start out with the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, and take those out. And then we've got the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, and you can start to see these. Now these are going to be in order. So the Emperor is for Aries, and you can see he's got his rams right here on his throne. The Hierophant's for Taurus, Gemini for the Lovers. Of course, there's 2 of them. Remember the glyph for Gemini. And then Cancer is related to the Chariot. Then we've got Leo the Lion. That's pretty easy to see. Virgo the Hermit. Well, I guess to keep her virginity, she needs to stay aloof there. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to take that one out. That's for a planet. And then the Justice card is for Libra, and you can see the scales there in her hand. We're going to take the Hangman out for a planet. Okay. And then we've got Scorpio for Death. That makes sense. Sag for Temperance. I never thought of Sag as being that temperate, but it's a mutable sign, and it's pouring water back and forth, 1 foot in the land, 1 foot in the water. Yeah, that does kind of sound saggy. Capricorn is the devil, of course. That's a pretty easy one to figure out. The Tower belongs to a planet, And then we've got Aquarius and Pisces, and the last three cards all belong to planets. Okay, so let's look at these, Capricorn, the old devil. Yeah, that makes sense. Aquarius, our new, learning new things, looking out into the world. That makes sense. And Pisces is kind of our crazy sign. So we often think of the moon as being kind of the lunatic. So Pisces, sorry, you guys can be a little crazy sometimes. Okay, I'm going to just move those over to one side and actually hit. Okay, so now we'll talk about the planets. And you actually, so the cards I pulled out for the planets is 0, 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 16, 19, 20, and 21. Now you might want to just pause me now for a second and kind of decide, what planet or luminary do you think goes with each one of these cards? That might be kind of a little fun exercise for you to do. But I'm going to go over with right now. So the Fool is associated with Uranus. And, the Uranus is expect the unexpected. Hold your breath and jump in. Here we go into the physical world. Mercury is for the magician. And as above, so below. Remember, Mercury is kind of our the god that can go between Mount Olympus and Hades. So he can travel both ways and is kind of a clever communicative planet. And the magician is definitely a good manifester too. The high priestess goes with the moon, and you see the moon right here. I'll use this stick here so my big pink finger doesn't get in the way. And sometimes you'll see the moon on the Empress card. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But, and a lot of times people think, well, here's a moon card. Why doesn't that represent the moon? I don't know. Go ask whoever invented tarot. But she is our moon goddess. And notice she's got all the full moon and the new and balsamic moon on either side of her crown there. And we're going to go into all the, her scroll that she's holding in her hands. We're going to go through all the details on these guys, slowly but surely. Card 3, the Empress. Well, that's easy to see. There's the Venus sign. So we got that going on. So the Empress, abundance, Venus. Then we jump up to the Wheel of Fortune, card 10. And can you guess what that rules? The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, our big beneficent out there, so that we can roll the dice a little bit and have some good luck. Number 12 is the Hangman. And, I kind of, when I first started studying, well, this is before BOTA, when I was looking into tarot cards, they were talking about how this is being crucified upside down, which I think was St. Peter, and things like that. But it's really, it really doesn't have that kind of connotation. So, it's just really a pause, hanging out there for a while and seeing things from a different perspective, upside down. But that's the card for Neptune, which is a, kind of a little confusing planet in its own right. And then we've got the Tower, which there we can see Mars, the arrow of Mars coming down and breaking things up so we can start anew, but getting the crown blown off of the tower there. Card 19 is the Sun, and it does rule the Sun. That's pretty straightforward. Card 22, Judgment, is Pluto. So here we've got, Pluto's the god of the underworld. We've got people coming up out of their coffins and and blessing the angel Gabriel there, blowing their horn. And last but not least is card 22, which is the Saturn card. So with Saturn is one of our densest, most physical planets, and here we can just kind of we've done it. We've been through our life, and we're there at the end, and so both of these cards are kind of considered the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end of cycles and life and everything else. Now, what do I mean by this has been so helpful for me in my studying astrology and tarot? Well, right off the bat, let's just say you're a Libra, okay? And so you want to understand more about Libra. Well, you can take the Justice card and just meditate on this card and get more information on what it means. And as we go through, let's see, come on, focus. There we go. We can get more information. You know, Libra's like everything nice and balanced, but she's got that sword in her hand too, so she can cut you off too. So it's a cardinal sign. So just be aware, you know, Libra's like everybody to be happy. And if it's your sun sign, then you can put these two cards together and meditate on that and get hopefully some information for yourself. Now let's say you're having a difficult transit. Right now, Saturn is in Pisces. So if we want to start to understand that combination a little bit more, we could just meditate on the Saturn card and the Pisces card and start to get some information. And as I give you more about the symbols, what these, you know, the two towers and the dog and the wolf and all that stuff stand for, you'll be able to have greater understanding too. So, but let's just say Saturn is squaring your Pluto. That would be a nasty Saturn square Pluto. Actually, I've got that one coming up here. But anyway, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I've got Pluto. Anyway, all right. I won't go into my cards here. So let's just say, let's take Virgo here. So that would be Virgo and Pisces are opposite one another. So let's say you've got a transit of Saturn squaring or opposing your Pluto. Well, you can pull these cards out and start meditating on these cards and get some insight and some understanding, and just knowing these symbols can kind of help you with that particular transit that's going on in your chart. So anyway, I just really wanted to mention that to you because, like I said, I have found using the tarot in combination with astrology to be so helpful and illuminating. So I think that's about as far as we'll go today. And hopefully everybody you're still working on, you know, you're doing your 5 minutes a day with the Fool, and maybe you've gotten all the, you know, doing the Magician, and maybe even starting out on the High Priestess here along the way. So just go through the cards. Remember, just 5 minutes a day for 3, 5, at most 7 days for each one of these cards, so that the right side of your brain can really start having that information solid in your mind. So anyway, just remember, as always, from there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Bye, guys.